Hi, this is Gayle Palmer from the Living Elements Clinic near Sidlesham in Chichester on the south coast of the UK. There has been a lot of upset, drama, news, whatever you might like to call it, around flu, and in particular the latest big outbreak of coronavirus, which is a type of flu in China, which has because we are so well connected these days, spread outside of its local area of Wuhan to the rest of China and other parts of the world from time to time, mainly because of air travel. So I wanted to come on and just reassure people, really, and also give you some ideas of how you can help look after yourself. We may not get coronavirus here in the UK, and there are various stories that it is a manufactured biocidal virus anyway, particularly dangerous to Chinese origin. But that aside, we obviously have plenty of other flu viruses. Flu viruses come from a variety of naturally occurring viruses. They all have relatively similar symptoms. The coronavirus in particular is more of a respiratory virus. You can get more stomach-based viruses, flu viruses, which will cause problems too. Antivirals basically don't really work. So getting these vaccines, which will earn the pharmaceutical companies a lot of money, but won't necessarily make very much difference to the actual outcome of the flu for each individual person, are, in my view, exploitative and, frankly, a complete waste of money, because you can bet your bottom dollar they'll be charged at large sums of money too. In my experience, the flu vaccine reduces people's chances of getting proper, true, severe flu symptoms only a little, and probably reduces the duration and severity of the flu by half a day or a day, if that. I don't think they're worth it, because they lower your whole immune system in the meantime as well. But there are plenty of things that you can do right away, or if you are exposed to someone who's got flu, to help prevent it, and if you do get the flu, to reduce the duration and severity of it. Flu, I will say though, is a potentially fatal disease, but there are some really simple remedies that we can all use on a day-to-day basis, actually, that can make a difference. So first and foremost, hygiene. Hands. We will touch our hands, touch our faces, touch food, touch our faces, stick our fingers in our ears, touch our eyes. Hand cleanliness, good washing procedures are vital for preventing flu. It's one of the most effective ways of preventing flu that there is. So use ordinary, old-fashioned soap and water, okay? Get your hands wet, put the soap on, and this is how you wash your hands. So rub your hands between the soap, wash the backs, both sides, in between your fingers. Do this sort of massaging type movement. Work up into your lower wrists, lower forearms as well, and then thoroughly rinse them and dry your hands, okay? So if you've done food preparation, if you have been changing a nappy, if you have been looking after someone who is unwell, doesn't have to have flu, but just generally unwell, same procedure for coughs and colds. They are usually all viral related. Not many are actually bacterial, but the washing will get rid of that too. So hand cleanliness in particular, making sure that work surfaces are washed down, making sure that washing liquid, so if you hand wash, you're using hot water with enough detergent to really clean that properly, your utensils properly, your crockery properly. Simple, basic. Other things, if you've got a cough, you've got a sneeze, cover up. Don't allow those water droplets from your mouth, from your nose, to spread out and affect other people. Simple, basic. Teach your little ones this. They need to know. It is not an old wives' tale. This makes a difference. If you do get a flu, though, there are all sorts of things that you need to do. First and foremost, you need to make sure you are drinking enough water and fluids generally. If you don't, your body's immune system is unable to operate properly, and you'll become more and more susceptible to the virus as it replicates inside you. So things to drink: water, coconut water, very useful. Sports drinks, be a little bit wary of those. They tend to be laden with sugar, which can exacerbate other problems, but useful if you really had almost nothing to eat or drink at all. Herbal teas, and there are some excellent herbal teas I'll mention later that will make a difference. Fresh fruit juices, soups, broths. So you can make some fantastic chicken or beef bone broths, which are really important for your mineral and vitamin intake, and also hydrate you at the same time. And also raw fruits and vegetables, so big salad, cucumber, celery, all of those have actually got water in them. We don't think of it as that, but they have. Try and keep tabs on how much you are drinking, and then also keep tabs on how much you're urinating afterwards. You want to try and drink enough fluids so that your urine is yellow or pale yellow and clear, okay? If you get dehydrated, you can often end up with very dark urine. And that means that your kidneys are struggling, your urine is very concentrated, and your whole system is under pressure, further under pressure over and above the viral infection that you've got. Rest, absolutely crucial. So if you have proper flu, trust me, you are not going anywhere for 8, 10, 12 days. You will be flat out, you will be fast asleep. It's difficult getting someone to drink enough, even if they aren't eating, because their bodies just want to close down and process what's going on inside. But rest is vital, and not going back to work too early. Do not mix with other people. Do not go to the doctors, because you're going to be feeling so awful. You are full of germs and viruses ready to populate the rest of the world. No one else wants it. Thank you. So stay at home, keep wrapped up, rest, sleep, drink lots of water. As I mentioned before, drinking bone broth is excellent for your whole immune system. You get organic chicken bones or organic beef bones. You boil them up, skim off the scum at the top, and then you can drink it. You can freeze it down. It's delicious. It's full of essential minerals and vitamins, and it's tasty. So that's really important. Next thing, zinc. Zinc is a mineral. It is the only water-soluble mineral that there is. And it's found in green leafy vegetables, pulses, chickpeas, eggs in particular. But because it's water soluble, when we wash our vegetables and what have you, it often gets washed away. So I highly recommend taking a zinc supplement, okay? You need to have at least 30 to 45 milligrams of bioavailable zinc a day, especially if you've got flu. This is a 15 milligram zinc citrate compound. We have it here at the Living Elements Clinic. but you do need to take extra zinc because it's essential for your immune system to function properly. Okay, salt washes, gargles, okay? Pre-boiled water or filtered water, add in about a teaspoon to a tumbler of water of salt, and then gargle. So you take a reasonable sized mouthful, take it to the back of your throat, gargle away, spit it out. Do that 4 or 5 times. Never swallow it, okay? Children can do this too, but obviously they need to learn A, how to spit it out, and B, how to gargle so they don't drown. So just be age aware of that. Very useful for easing soreness around your tonsils, but actually the salts are good at reducing viral infections too. Okay, so there's a couple of tips already. Next tip, drinking herbal teas. Very useful. There are some really good ones that you can drink. Ones with honey in them. Honey is a fantastic antibacterial, antiviral substance, and obviously it sweetens it too, so it makes it more palatable. So add just a little bit. You won't need much, 1/4 teaspoon, maybe 1/2 teaspoon of honey to a herbal tea. Ones that are particularly beneficial to boost your immune system: peppermint, turmeric, a green or black tea, cloves. So those are useful to have, and it makes a change from plain water because you often get fed up with water. Okay, next thing, essential oils. The most useful ones I found for flu: cinnamon oil, peppermint oil, eucalyptus oil, tea tree oil, thyme oil, and oregano oil. Lemon oil sometimes, geranium oil a bit. You put these on your skin, don't use them neat. Put them in an almond oil or a light olive oil, and you can gently rub them onto your skin. You put them around here so you get the vapors up into your nose. You can put them on your chest. That will go directly through and help your lungs when you're struggling. If you're using a diffuser, do not do that around pets, particularly dogs. It reacts extremely badly with them. You will end up with a vet bill. It can completely overpower dogs. So don't use a diffuser in the home if you have pets. That includes fish. Use a humidifier if you don't have a humidifier at home to increase the water vapor in the air, make it easier to breathe. You can improvise. So a damp flannel on top of a radiator, and it will evaporate gently. That will increase the humidity in a room. You can use a steamer. You can boil a pan of water. All of that will help because dry heat just really makes your whole system struggle. While we're talking about humidification, a steam inhalation. So you have a bowl of almost boiling, almost scalding water. Pop a towel over your head, pop your head down over the bowl. You can use things like tea tree oil, a couple of drops in the water. You can use eucalyptus oil. You can use a mixture as easily available is Olbas oil, and allow the oils to be inhaled into your lungs, through your mouth, and also through your skin, actually. Very useful. When you're feeling poorly, and flu does make you feel really poorly, you do not want to eat much. To be honest, there's very little taste in any food anyway. It all just tastes basically of cardboard. But foods that are bland are easier for your system to digest. So bananas, rice, applesauce, toast, bit of honey, soups, boiled or grilled chicken, boiled potatoes, maybe some pasta. Porridge often is very useful. Those will help the stomach symptoms. When you have a stomach related flu, try and avoid all dairy products, milk, cheese, yogurt. I know they feel nice in your throat, but they clog your system up. You produce much more mucus. Avoid spicy foods, fatty foods, fried foods, alcohol, because that dries your system out. You'll just feel much, much worse. And meat. So keep it to vegetables, raw foods if possible, whole grain cereals. If you're stuck with what you're going to drink with it, as in instead of having milk, have an oat milk, a soya milk, almond milk on a cereal. Try and not have it full of sugar. Okay, so just kind of summing up, other things that are important is a high vitamin C intake. So kiwi fruit, citrus fruit are all high in vitamin C, but I would highly recommend that you take a vitamin C supplement. There's either this one here that we have at the clinic called carotenoid, which is made of vitamin C rich foods, or you can have a high strength vitamin C tablet. This one is a sustained release one by GNLD, which again we have at the clinic, but you might find you can get one of the fizzy ones. Vitamin C is also called ascorbic acid. If you've got proper flu, you need to have about 3,000 grams, 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C each day. It's a lot. It's a lot. You will get to a barrier where your bowels are not able to tolerate that any further. So you'll know when you've got enough in your system. And you need to have that for a good few days. That's a fantastic, vitamin C is a fantastic viral remedy. So what symptoms do you get? You get a chill, you get a fever, you get a chill. So you're burning up, but you feel freezing cold. You get the shivers, your whole body aches. You get a stuffed up, runny nose, snotty, cough often. You feel exhausted. You just want to sleep. If you get a stomach flu rather than the chest flu, again, chills, fevers, nausea, feeling sick, vomiting itself, stomach cramps, diarrhea, often projectile and very watery. You feel dreadful and you definitely don't want to go far from the toilet because you need a bowl on your mouth and you need to be sitting on the toilet at the same time. So for most people, those symptoms don't go on for more than a day or two. You will feel exhausted. If it goes on, you keep getting this cough, it may develop into pneumonia or bronchitis. You may end up with sinus problems. You can end up with ear infections. You can end up with a stonking headache and an encephalitis, an inflamed brain because of the action of the virus. Flus obviously are more dangerous for the elderly and for the very young. And if you are already immunosuppressed, so if you've had cancer treatment, if you have other steroid treatments because of other diseases that are going on, you are more susceptible. But you've got a whole raft of ways to improve your own immune system there. Vitamin C, water, teas, broths, all the other things that I spoke about. So I hope that makes a difference. If you've got questions, let me know. Put a message below or above, wherever it happens to be. Please do not go out if you can possibly avoid it, apart from absolute essentials. Keep well wrapped up. To be honest, if it's proper flu, you probably won't be going anywhere anyway. I hope that's been helpful. Please do not worry unduly about this latest coronavirus. It is a flu-like symptom like any other, and it's still unlikely that you will get it. Take care for now. That's Gayle Palmer from the Living Elements Clinic, where your health is my priority. Thank you.